You know, I feel skinnier. I feel skinnier. I feel like it's really happening. So we're like on day 15 or something of our getting skinny thing. Like I've been a vegetarian now for 15 days. Last night was tough. It was tough last night. Morning. So you're gonna take out two dogs this morning, huh? Boy, boy, boy. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going. Let your pride go. Just keep going. So anyway, as I was saying, I've been on this I've been on this vegetarian diet for like maybe 15 days or something, going into the third week. And yesterday was tough, man. So you got to learn how to eat all over again. And the stuff you do, like I had so much grass yesterday, I felt like a cow. And my brother calls me up. Oh no, no, no. My brother is a vegan vegetarian. I have two brothers that I met when I was like 50 years old, I think. 40, 48, 49. I didn't meet them till then. And they're both half German, and they speak, perfect German. Uh, and both of my brothers are like world travelers. Um, the cool thing about my brothers is they're both just like me. As a matter of fact, there's a video about a year ago on here when I met one of my brothers, my oldest brother, who's younger than me, but his name is John Pierre. I'm John Edward, and when uh, my brother, that brother, rides motorcycles just like me, loves dogs just like me, has two dogs, world traveler just like me. I mean, we're just alike in so many ways. And then my youngest brother, David Edward. I'm John Edward. He's David Edward. And that brother, he, what the first brother doesn't have in me, the second brother does have in me. So I just have these really two cool human beings that I didn't meet till I was old. So a whole bunch of family BS with that one, including an evil ass aunt who refused to bring us together, even though she knew that there were two sets of us and never said a word. I tell you, man, this family stuff is so ugly. But I finally got to meet my little brother. I met him first. He moved to Georgia for a year just to live by me. And so our father died at like 58 years old of a massive heart attack. So my little brother's whole thing is, I don't want to see you out of here like my father, our father. So, he's on my ass all the time. And he's a vegan vegetarian. And, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, finally, when I decided to try this out because of my medical condition, he figures that he is the Templar, the Knights Templar over my uh, recovery. It's really kind of kind of ridiculous, and he's like devout about this stuff. But he looks healthy. So last night I'm about to die. I'm about to give up this. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this vegetarian thing. This is I need So yesterday I had a vegetable soup, uh, and then I called the Chinese place and ordered steamed vegetables with no sauces or anything, no salt, just a blando vegetable. It was like a big thing of grass. I felt like I was eating grass, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And so my little brother happens to call on his daily check to see if I've cheated. And I'm like, you know what, little brother, I'm done with this. And he said, oh no, listen, man. I sent you the ingredients for lentil soup, and you can't have your diet as vegetables. Vegetables don't give enough. So anyway, I survived last night. They say if you can do anything for 21 days, uh, 3 weeks, you can do something for 3 weeks, you can do it. So 7 more days, y'all. If I can last 7 more days. So I don't know. It was tough hell for me. Now, I don't know about the other vegetarians on here. You guys probably do it pretty easily. But for me, I know. You just got to figure the right things to like, to eat. You know, if you've had dinner, sweet potatoes, black beans, brown rice. No, I didn't have rice. Sweet potatoes, black beans, and broccoli and green beans. Tasty. Uh, Freelo says, I like being touched. Just depends on who's touching. Oh, you guys are having another conversation. Well, we all need some rabbit food sometimes. uh, Evening, Black Dragon, did someone say? Oh, no, they said morning. So anyway, I thought I would ramble for 6 minutes and 42 seconds about nothing while you guys, while my audience built up. Good morning to Toronto, Canada. Good morning from Show Riders, North Carolina. Good morning. Stop pulling. Good morning. Honor and respect to you guys. The Rock Drifter, good to see you. Jim Wilson. Oh, Jim Wilson, Black Sabbath Prospect, good to see you. Dean, I got to get your weight loss program. My weight loss program sucks. You don't want my weight loss program. What's up, Massachusetts? Everyone says good morning, Braveheart. Thank you guys. West Side Riders. There's so many cool folks on here. I got 75 folks on here. Wow. So that's really cool. Good morning, Mr. Katz. What's the difference between an MC and a motorcycle association? Woo! Okay. We can do that. I might do a video for that. But basically, a motorcycle association is a group of people who ride and have fun, but they don't do it under the... Now, some of these people would argue with me because they think they are a brotherhood just as hard as anybody else. But some people that will either ride or do an activity wrapped around motorcycles, but not to the extent of the family and the brotherhood of a motorcycle club. Motorcycle associations can be like motorcycle rights associations or things like that, where they are, where you don't have to prospect to get into things like that. Normally you join, there's a membership fee or something like that, and you're coming together for some kind of biker good. However, you're not bound by the same tenets as a motorcycle club. So that's kind of the difference. Let's see. Somebody said, I have a yard full of grass. You're welcome. I can come mow your grass down for you. So anyway, I got this interesting email yesterday, a couple days ago, and I wanted to get back to it. And it comes from one of my readers who says, we don't like being touched, one of my subscribers. Hello, Black Dragon. I was happy you answered my email about cops in our MC. And I was wondering if you could answer another question. My brothers and I went to a gas station, just so happened to be extremely busy because of a state meet, wrestling championship. While we are in line, a guy behind us starts pushing up on us and telling us to move forward. He's being really impatient and grabs one of my brothers on the shoulder. I smile. Tells him to move forward on instinct. Was it really instinct? On instinct, all of us turn around, I imagine in unison, and tell him to back off. And he becomes very angry and leaves. Luckily, nothing got out of hand. But my question is, why don't bikers like being touched? Is it just a pride thing or a respect thing? I hope you have some thoughts on this. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Ride on and get skinny. Sincerely, President of the Such and Such Motorcycle Club, MC. So, why don't bikers like being touched? You guys tell me. Y'all are some touchy mofos, man. As in not liking to be touched, not liking to be talked to crazy, not liking to do anything. I think it's interesting how bikers are. Good morning, Steel Blade, Nashville. Been cutting out mostly salt and trying to eat better. Outstanding, man. Just come do it with me. Oh, for those of you who don't know, you can follow me on MyFitnessPal and Fitbit. My information, I'm J Bunch II. JBUNCHII stands for John Bunch II. You guys will be able to follow me on MyFitnessPal. On MyFitnessPal, you can watch everything that I eat. I do it every day, and it's published. What is it? Publicly, yeah. So you guys can check it out, whatever I'm eating, if you want to follow my diet specifically. Also, you guys can follow me on MyFitnessPal, which, or rather, Fitbit, which checks out my walk and shows where I'm walking. And then those of you who have Samsung Health can follow me on Samsung Health. And then I began blogging again on my Fat Boy Getting Skinny blog over on Facebook. Fat Boy Getting Skinny. And for those of you who haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. There are 77 people watching and 10 likes. Y'all do me a little bit better than that. When you hit that like button, it pushes this this channel out to other people who might be interested. So the more likes, the more better for the channel. All right, so why are bikers so touchy? And the other question is, do biker attitudes in general hurt the motorcycle club in the real world? And I think that there's a lot that goes into why bikers have such great attitude. Somebody said it's a personal space issue as well as family issue. If you're not in my patch family, don't touch me. And that's true. That's how we feel about stuff like that. Touch me or one of my brothers, and they would be in for a very nice wedgie. I don't like to be rushed because I'm not a Russian. I've met some Russians that don't like to be rushed either. I think Russian means they rush you, not they like being rushed. Any new books in the works? Yeah, Prospect's Bible. President's Bible. If I could tell you guys all of the legal trouble I had with that book because I took on a publisher, which I'll never do again, and it's just been one tragedy after another. But we're almost at the point of publishing that, and then I've got another several books to follow that. Good morning from WI. Free Dog. Hey, what's up, Free Dog? Good to see you. So, man, I love those polo sweaters you wear, and I always wondered if they were full zip up, if they're full zip up or half zip. No, these are not full zip up. They only go to there. How many? Oh God, I have so many colors. This one happened to be a gift from the new national president of the Black Sabbath and his wife. They gave me this one because they knew that I liked them. So I got this for Christmas like 4 years ago. From National President Big Meech and his wife Swisher. So it was really cool. So there's there's this thing that I find interesting about bikers. First of all, uh, we're free-spirited people, and we're loners for the most part. Riding a motorcycle is a lonely thing. Even when you're riding in a pack, I've noticed that you're still all by yourself. It's not something that you can do with somebody. Even if you have someone on the front, you're still by yourself. Unless you got you one of them newfangled gadgets that lets you have a conversation, that helmet thing. Or if you had a gold wing like I did, like I have, and you have the intercom system, and Goldwing has always had that since the 80s, where you have the onboard intercom and you can just talk to your passenger. Other than that, if you're on a V-twin or something like that riding, they're on the back, you're in the front. You could be in a pack and your guy next to you, your brother next to you, you're still by yourself. He can't ride you. Like if you're riding in a car, you can take turns. Somebody else can drive while you sleep. No one can ride the motorcycle while you sleep. Even in the pack, you've got to always hold your own. And maybe that's part of the coolness of it. You got to always hold your own. No matter what, you're responsible for you. You're responsible for your position in the pack. You're responsible for the safety of the pack. All these things you're responsible for. And there's like no help. And the only time you're really fellowshipping is when you pull over at the campground. Other than that, you're riding. We communicate through hand signals. Those are old school guys of us. Some of you guys have these chatter boxes where you can talk and have a real great conversation. I look forward to doing that one day. And I think that builds in us this notion of personal space, personal. Isn't that the same as being a man holding your own? Yeah, that is what someone says. Mike says, isn't that the same as being a man holding your own? Yes, and I think that's what so many of us like about it. Even that's why all these gear shiftless bikes they keep trying to come up with have failed, and they won't really make it until the millennials start riding, because part of manliness is, in a lot of our opinions, is operation of the vehicle, being one with the vehicle, being able to run through those gears. And where you hate having gears is in San Diego or Los Angeles or Washington, D.C. or Atlanta, Georgia. These terrible places where traffic is, that's the only time you hate having gears. And the cool thing about California is you get to ride down the center line, so having gears is no big deal. But we like to be one with the motorcycle. We like to operate it, feel it. That's why we like the loud pipes and the vibrations. They can make motorcycles not loud, and that's crazy because too much going on in cars nowadays. You don't want a quiet motorcycle. And because a quiet motorcycle means that people won't hear you. They don't see you, so you need to be heard. And all these laws in California to make motorcycles quiet, I think you'll see motorcycle accident rates climb, because loud pipes save lives, and that is the honest truth. But we like the Lady Ironhead said yes to vibration. We're not going there, Lady Ironhead. Good morning. So these things, they kind of lean towards the culture of a kind of solitary figure, more of an alpha male, and so that's the kind of guy that doesn't like to be touched. He doesn't like his space messed with. And then when you get a lot of those kind of guys together, Uh, and then the other thing, bikers are typically kind of able-bodied, younger mindset people. That's why I crack up when I see Insane Throttle's header on their YouTube page. And it's always, some half-ass naked women hanging off motorcycles or sliding down stripper poles. Like, damn, Hollywood, you're old as sin, bro. You still looking at them 20-year-olds? Well, I can say that to folks until they see my Black Sabbath Biker Babes Facebook page. And Black Sabbath Biker Babes Facebook page, and most of them come from my photographer days, which aren't over. And it ain't nothing but women draped all over motorcycles. And then, of course, every magazine I've ever published, from Black Iron to Urban Biker Cycle News, have all had the half-naked women draped across the pages. Kind of how we are. We think in this kind of fashion. Like, every woman I've ever had has been a babe. You don't see Ironhead messing around. He's got Lady Ironhead. It's the way we do things. Just really kind of bravado-ish. So, yeah, if you grab, and the other thing is, motorcycle clubs project strength. When I was in the Navy, one of our tenets, one of the things that we were required to do was to project sea power ashore. And there's a lot of meaning to that. Projecting sea power ashore means that you make the Navy look badass. You make the Navy look like what you don't want to do is you don't want to be messing with us. Because our power from sea can reach out and touch you. We can reach out and touch your ass right over there ashore. And what you will find is that you really shouldn't have messed with us. So it's the kind of way that we operate. Somebody says, I had a guy attempt to knock me off while white lining in Riverdale this week. Oh my God. He said what I was doing is illegal while his phone was in his hand. I asked, how am I hindering you? Hi. You're a nicer one than I am, because if he had attempted to knock me off, he would have got my he'd have gotten my get back braid, my get back whip right through his window. But of course, you can't have get back whips in California, and nobody can carry a gun, and no gun can have more than 10 rounds in it. So I guess they got you guys good and neutered over there. Ouch. But you did well. You did the right thing. His response was, you're getting in front of all these people. He couldn't have been from California. Whoever you tell. That's something that you would see out here. And as a matter of fact, I tell a story. I white lined in Oklahoma, and we almost got shot. And this was probably 1995. Those yahoos, and I'm from Oklahoma. Those yahoos were so damn pissed off. We were white lining on I-240, and it only worked for about 4 miles. Them yahoos and them big old 4-wheel drive pickup trucks were ready to kill us. They were saying, you're cheating! You're cutting in line! We're like, oh my God. Well, I was living in California at the time, and we stopped white lining right that minute, so we didn't have to kill somebody. And that's why I live, man, I don't go anywhere without my gun. Someone says that's why they live where they live. I just had my whip confiscated by New York troopers, even though there's no law on the books against it. Well, I'd be writing a letter to their commander and getting my stuff back. Bro, I'm from Cali, and it sucks. I know, it does suck. You can carry. John O says you can carry. Let's see, what does John O say? You can carry ball bearings. Ooh, that's ugly. John O's one of them old school bikers. Yeah, you can carry a handful of ball bearings and just at 60 miles an hour, you just throw them up in the air over your shoulder. And they do hellacious damage. And I think you're going to go directly to jail the minute you do that. Tell them buy a bike, don't be jealous. What's up, Six Keepers MC? Steel Blade is getting too old for loud bikes. I like the sound of my gold wing. You know, I once saw a guy who actually put pipes on his gold wing. Morning. They look just alike, huh?
Is that Jack Russell?
Yeah, it's a Jack Russell. Wow, they got the same markings and everything.
Yeah, I think he's part Chihuahua and part Jack Russell.
Well, he's got the Jack Russell markings.
Yeah.
So, somebody says I carry ball bearings. Joe. I hear spark plugs work too. Come on, guys, don't do that. Some sheriffs in California do issue carry licenses. I actually had a carry license when I was in California. Because of my business, I actually was one of the few people that had one. I had one for 5 years. So, very interesting. So anyway, I think that what you see in bikers is this youthful kind of attitude. And the reason I say that is young people and young-minded people have a lot of testosterone to burn. And when we get together, and then there's this idea about projecting power. Motorcycle clubs project power. Even 99% of motorcycle clubs project power. And funny thing, I've seen 99% of motorcycle clubs surrounded by dominant motorcycle clubs. Have actually been there before. And they projected so much power that it wasn't like, oh, we ain't taking shit off. And we got a problem. We can get it worked out right here, right now. But all of this, you're gonna roll up on us and take something off of us and blah, blah, blah. Well, not today. We got a whole lot of power going on right here, right now. So that whole thing, the fact that there's just so many things, against us, we kind of project power. And one of the things that takes away from the power of the pack is that nobody could just walk up and put his hands on you and push one of your members. Man, you got us effed up out here. What the hell do you think? First of all, lower your voice. That's number one. First of all, lower your voice. That's number one. And second of all, get your attitude straightened out. You got way too many cats here to be talking crazy. Or if you're standing by yourself, you represent that patch 24/7. So I've seen cats 24/7. So I've seen cats really catch it from a guy who's so typically normal, such a good guy. When he wears that patch on, he metamorphosizes. He morphs. He transforms. And so that might be why we don't like to be touched. But the question is, and I'm going to do a whole YouTube video on it, is does our desire not to be touched screw our attitude to be touched? Screw our attitudes, and is that going to screw up the long-term long-term prospects for the survival of motorcycle clubs. Motorcycle clubs are under attack worldwide. Clubs are under attack worldwide. Under attack worldwide, and part of it is because of our antisocial kind of behavior. Our testosterone-laden attacks against one another. Attacks against one another. Um, um, this is somebody asked me where I'm at. This is a park in Georgia I love to walk at, and it has camping and lakes and everything. So Braveheart and I have been walking everything. So Braveheart and I have been walking. Everybody that's been watching me for years. Everybody that's been watching me for years knows I take long walks through the woods, bro. That's just the only way to do it. And it doesn't matter if it's the middle of the night. I take long walks through the woods, and I have my walking cane. I take long walks through the woods, and I have my walking cane, and you know, and my dog, and through the woods we go. So that's what I think it is. I think that this antisocial behavior, we got to get a hold on it. We got to get a hold of it because we're killing. We got to get a hold of it because we're killing our reputations, and we're under attack, and we have to find a way to curtail some of the activity, curtail some of the activities that have carried us through the 60s, that have carried us through the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, but now we're in the 20s and things are changing. There's these cell phones everywhere. There's these cell phones everywhere. This cell phone I have has a stronger microprocessor than the one that took the space shuttle to the moon. No, actually the space shuttle didn't go to the moon, but you know what I mean. So with these computer phone things everywhere, folks can videotape everything we're doing, and you mess around and you do something ugly out there, and it's on you. You do something ugly out there, and it's on YouTube Live for the world to see. YouTube Live for the world to see and comment on. And then what happens on social media is now driving the news cycle instead of the other way around. And I don't know. I think that we have to get away from some of this. I don't know. I think that we have to get away from some of this. When I was in the Navy, we used to have these port of call meetings. When we were going to ever pull into a port of call, they'd pull us all together and sit us down and say, okay, you don't do this in this city. You don't do that in the city. If you're this in this city, you don't do that in the city. If you're in Italy, you don't do this to somebody. This means I know who's screwing your wife, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you don't do that. You don't hold your hand up in the air and circle it like that. It's like shooting somebody your hand up in the air and circle it like that. It's like shooting somebody a middle finger times 10. Middle finger times 10. And I was like, no, I couldn't mean that. Well, one of our sailor boys goes out and does a symbol like that, and pissed that Italian guy off so bad he broke. Back then we still had antennas. Pissed that Italian guy off so bad he broke. Back then we still had antennas on our car. Do cars have antennas anymore? And he broke the antenna off the car and stabbed the guy through the chest with it. So you didn't have to do that. We had that meeting. You knew not to do that. Maybe bikers should have that meeting, the port of call meeting. All right, we're going to go out tonight. These are the things that are acceptable. Under no circumstance do we turn around in line and tell somebody, back off. What we do is we let the sergeant at arms handle it. Hey, sir, Listen, we don't like our members to be touched, and it's my job to ensure the safety of the members. And if you touch our member one, and it's my job to ensure the safety of the members. And if you touch our member one more time, we're gonna all break. Yummy. More time, we're gonna all break. I mean, that's a little nicer than everybody turning around and scaring the shit out of the guy. Then you got to remember. Thank you for that donation, sir. Hello, thank you for that donation, sir. Hello, thank you for the video. A video that may be worth it is a video on what to expect when a one percenter comes to try to take turf from another one. Well, I don't know what necessarily to expect, but I know what you should do, and that's get the hell out of there. We'll see about a video like that. I got to think about that. I pretty much said yelling puts me in a defensive mode. Once you put your hands on me, it's attack mode. And that's when you know you flucked up. Yeah, flucking up is... But I don't agree. I don't think you should be able to attack somebody just because they grabbed you and told you to move. See, I think that we just really wear it on our shoulders. We wear this stick on our shoulders, and we're ready. And we're ready for someone to knock it off or push it. It didn't fall, but the fact that you pushed it. A lot of people, civilians, they have no idea who we are, or who we think we are. They don't even, some wouldn't know a back patch or who we think we are. They don't even, some wouldn't know a back patch from a front, but they get to match from a front, but they get to know after you introduce them. But you got to remember, these are the people that sit on juries, and these are the people that go to ballot boxes, and these are the people that go to ballot boxes, and these are the people that are watching these news stations, that are talking about gangsters when they're showing pictures of regular bikers. And so your jury pool is being tainted every day. Don't let your jury pool be tainted by you. Does that make sense? Every day your jury pool is being tainted by politicians, news cycles, Hollywood wants to make a dime on us every time. I guess a show about choir boys will never make it. So they have to have a show about bikers, and we're killing federal agents by the scores, and we're having shootouts in graveyards, and we're just doing all this craziness. And they see this, and they're thinking, wow. So we have to keep in mind that perhaps we need to act a little better out there. Atlanta, Georgia. I had some family down your way, Black Dragon. I may visit them sometime. Would love to meet you in person. Well, hit me up at Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com, and we'll hang out, man. Come hang out at the clubhouse. Lady Ironhead and Ironhead, y'all have to go. Good luck at the doctor. Hope everything is great. Anyway, just wanted to say that I spent some time rambling in this video. I haven't done a lot of these in a while, and I just really have a good time doing this kind of video because I get to walk and talk with you guys, and as I'm trying to get skinny. Hope you guys can see I've lost like 12 pounds now, so my face feels skinny. If I could just get the man boobs and the gut, it's all we get. The man boobs and the gut, it's all we want. We want the man boobs and the gut to go away, and I'd be very happy. So anyway, listen, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. and of course the notification bell, and check out our video over our biker news site over at bikerliberty.com, and our podcast, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos, comes on Monday and Friday. We're probably going to go to a different schedule for the summer, because I'll be riding a lot this summer. And let's see. You guys take care. I've seen some of you guys dropping off. So go try out my new channel. Think Tactical. On YouTube, Think Tactical, thinktacticalnews.com, and Think Tactical, the podcast, hosted on Spreaker right now. And my books, Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Club, Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, the Sergeant at Arms Bible, and the Public Relations Officer's Bible are all available on Amazon and Kindle. So that's my 2 cents. Tell me what you think about why bikers don't like to be touched down in the comments below. Maybe you can tell us about an experience you've had when somebody pushed up on you, and I might be featuring what you have to say in the next video. I do want to do a video really dedicated to what we need to do about our image. This summer's coming up. It's going to be really hot, and when the summer's hot, people really start doing dumb things, like you really start seeing people doing the most egregious things in terms of the biker community. And we always have these biker wars and all that, and we got to stop that. We got to stop killing each other, got to stop fighting each other, and we got to stay out of the news cycle, because that is what's harming us. And a lot of people think that with this Twin Peaks thing that was resolved and all of those bikers got let free and now they're coming back to sue, a lot of people think that we won a great victory. We didn't necessarily win such a great victory. Those guys did, but this only means that now law enforcement's not going away. They're going to be coming back stronger, more heavily handed, and they're going to take the time to cross their T's and dot their I's. And you can better damn well believe they're going to be ready. So we need to stop giving them excuses. We need to stop giving them news cycles. We need to demand some discipline from some of our wayward children. But we'll get into this in another video dedicated to you guys. I'm off to have a good day, dieting heavy and eating grass. But anyway, if you want to live a long time, you got to nourish yourself correctly. That's my 2 cents. Thanks for tuning in.